Hello junkies, it is Bob, and I am bringing you a very special review today. We are talking about the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Marvel Legends 6-inch Collector and Grandmaster 2-pack. So I'm going to spin it around here. How you doing, Matt McCafferty? We're going to spin it around here, kind of show you both sides of it. Yes, it's a little crazy. We're actually going to open this, but figuring, why not? Let's do it. I mean, the Grandmaster is there. He's one of those figures that's going to be in a 2-pack release with another figure. I believe it's Korg. So we figured let's open this up and see what it's like. Now, I'm going to reveal it here. We're a little, actually this fits. I thought it'd be a little tight, but it fits. So there's the 2-pack together. They are connected with tape up here. Let's flip it around here. Well, it's like a cardboard that connects them here. We do have Velcro up here on the sides that connects it. So you could have it either way. You could be, I'm a Thor Ragnarok kind of guy, or I'm a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of guy. But we do have a lot of tape up here to kind of show you, as you can see it. And then we've got lots of neat little details here. We've got lots of designs. But there's Benicio del Toro. He's got 2 different faces. He's even got the little orb that keeps the Infinity Stone so that he can touch it. We've got movie posters here on the back. And then, as you can see, we do have the Grandmaster's chairs laid out. We do have some material here. I believe that's the ooze after that one person was liquidated. We do have sandals, but we're really going to get into this. And we kind of thought it'd be fun to open them up, especially with Comic-Con going on today. And, you know, we've got a lot of Hasbro news already. We've got DC Collectible news. Lots of cool things going on. But we figured let's do something special here since we got this to review. So who should we start with first? I'm going to let, Matt Sheeler, who just chimed in. We're going to show off the Jeff Goldblum one first. So, hey, how's it going there, Phil? So Matt Sheeler has called it. We are going to do the Grandmaster first. I'm just trying to adjust the light here just a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. So we will repost this review up on YouTube. Now, I'm going to show you, I am going to cut this. This is painful for me because I know the value of these figures. I also know that if you keep them like this, for all time's sake, it's going to drive me nuts. I just know it is. But you know what? I want to see what these figures are like. I want to see what they are. And in September, Hasbro will be putting these up on Hasbro Pulse for sale. So there's another shot at getting them again. So let's open up Jeff Goldblum's Grandmaster here. Now this is the second Jeff Goldblum figure, the first one to actually be available, but the second one announced. So we did have, I would really like to get him with Korg, but this tape is a little rough. And I'm going to try and read as many comments as I can. We've got a lot going on here at AFJ and our parent company, so it's been a little rough to try to stay together with MJ. We've both been busy running around like crazy people lately trying to do stuff, but he is well missed on this episode. And there we go. So we got the top open. Hello, Danny. Hello, Phil. Let's get him out of here now. Now, there's nothing that says that I could not get that back in there. I'm going to get this out of the shot here. There's nothing that says I can't get him back in there, but I do kind of like keeping him the way he is. So, got a nice little blue thing here at the top, and I'm going to try and get these in the shots as much, but this is just straight cardboard, a lot of tape, got a lot of cool things here. I'm not sure that's taped in there, so let's start out with the blue ooze first. I'm kind of interested in these accessories. So rubbery type plastic blue ooze, I guess you just put it on the ground there. And then I kind of think we can slide him out the top. Ooh, so we do have this display here in the back. Now I'm going to try and keep this as best as I can, just for photos and such, but it is just cardboard. So we've got Goldblum here, and then, this is the painful part. Once he's out, he's kind of out. It really looks like him, which is great. All right. So, immediate immediate reaction here. So we do have, it's got this interesting little scepter stick. But let's, you know what? First of all, let's do an instant pose here at a distance. An instant pose there. Oop. Hi. An instant pose. And as you can see, he is really a solid figure. I'm trying to zoom in here, but I'm on a different camera. There we go. He really is a solid figure. I mean, it looks like him, and that's what you want out of a Comic-Con exclusive. So it's really it's a great likeness of him. So let's see if we can zoom back out here. So as we bring him closer here to show you the likeness of his face, I mean, he's got a great Goldblum smile on him. I mean, we've got great little details. Now, if I'm going to point this out, and this is a weird thing because you didn't think you'd think of this, but he's got blue fingernails and he's got blue toenails. So isn't that crazy? Look at that. I love the sandals. We do have some peg holders here. Is this really a figure that we have to worry a lot about posability? Probably not, but we're going to work it and see what the arms do here. So we do have a little bit of, we've got the Goldblum hand, which I really, really like, that he can talk, you know, and do his little, excuse me, yes, hello. This is my Goldblum imitation. What I really wanted to do was, and I don't have it, I really wanted to have him next to his Fly figure from the McFarlane Movie Maniacs, because I actually have Benicio del Toro's Wolfman figure from Mezco Toys, so I thought that would be a fun thing, but I'll post those pictures later when we get closer to Halloween, that I can actually put Benicio next to his Wolfman. But as far as posability goes, he's a solid figure. Like, he's not going to be like an action figure, like with guns blazing and stuff, because he was, you know, he was orchestrating things, he was talking. I love the sleeve here. The hand does move, and the sleeve is really nice. We have a nice, again, great face. The jacket does open, as you can see. So we've got, you know, we've got this great blue in here, and the cape, well, the cloak jacket kind of like lays on the ground, which really helps stabilize him. But we can snap this back into place. And then we do have the scepter here, and then we have nice, can't really see it on this arm, but we do have this gauntlet over here. See how the sleeve, didn't even notice that at first. The sleeves are, this is long, this is short, but he does have this nice gauntlet, and this isn't painted on. These are ridges that are actually filled into there. Anybody have any questions? I don't do too many of these live anymore because I usually just crank these out. Any questions? Yeah, Matt, he does look really good. He does look good. I do like him a lot. We are going to move on here. This is a solid figure, great posability. He's the kind of background, like, funny figure that you want to have. You know, he really flushes out the world, and Thor Ragnarok gave us a lot of cool figures and characters. I'm sure you say characters, but now we're getting the cool figures from the movie too, so that's awesome. All right, let's move on here. We're going to put him off to the side, and we do have a nice little blue kind of backgroundy image thing going on here. So this is going to be fun for pictures. But I can't really, got a lot of light going on here. Like I said, I'm using a different camera today. Had an emergency, so we had to switch over. So I'm going to move this off to the side. But there is the Goldblum. Now, actually, I probably should do a comparison. So we have the Goldblum figure there from Ragnarok, and I thought I'd bring out one of my new favorites, Spidey. So this is the Spidey from Far From Home, and as you can see, we do have a bit of a size difference here. Now, Spidey, as I've said in my review of him, is actually a tad shorter because he's a high school kid, and he's not fully grown yet. So we do see the size difference of these two figures right there. Now, to take it one step further, and I'm sorry I do not have a Ragnarok Hulk on me, but here is the new CDC exclusive Hulk that was just released. And as you can see, I have to kind of back it up here a little bit to show how massive the size difference is. Now, he's almost 9 inches tall, so that gives you a great deal, an idea of exactly how big he is, especially next to Goldblum's Grandmaster, and then we'll put Spidey in here too. So there's your size difference. This is Build-A-Figure size. We've got regular size, and then we've got Spidey, who's just a tad shorter than everybody else. Then again, Goldblum is also a very tall figure, so a tall actor. So let's move on here, and we'll bring these guys back in when we do another comparison. But it is time to open up. Now, this one I'm really fascinated with because the figure itself is really cool looking. He just got a great sense of style, which you don't see in a lot of action figures to have like a clothing style. It's very superhero-esque. So we get a lot of like, designs and we don't get a lot of clothes. We don't get a lot of atmosphere. So I'm going to pull him out here. Now, as you can see, we do have the dog, which is right there. And we'll get this out of the way here. But as far as accessories go, we do have an extra head, which is fantastic. And we do have the orb, which has the it has the Infinity Stone inside of it. So that's going to be rolling all over the place. Oh. Wow, he was rubber banded in there, which is kind of amazing because you think, how's he really going to get stolen since he's never going to sit on the shelf anywhere? So again, we've got some crazy clothes here. Let's do an instant pose. But now the whole Grandmaster pack, which is first available at the San Diego Comic-Con this weekend, the two together, we'll put them here in the background, they are both going to be available at multiple conventions, North America, South America, Australia, and Europe. But then eventually they will be available on Hasbro Pulse if you can't get to any of those shows. So we've got some, oh man, his clothes are great. I'm trying to just get his legs to give us a nice stance. He just seems like he's almost like sort of standing there intoxicated. So there he is. Next to his brother is the Collector. So let's do... Now the thing is, when you have a character that's got he's got his hand to hold the Infinity Stone orb, it should really hold it. And it doesn't really. And see, it doesn't really hold it per se. It's there in the shot, but would I trust it to stay in there if he fell over? I don't think so. His shoes are great, but his legs are a little awkward. As in the way he's standing. Like I'm trying to get his legs to stand straight up. And I think part of it is, oh, there he goes. Part of it is this jacket. It's pushing on the legs back here. So that's making it a little rough. But look at the clothing here. Look at this design, these jackets, the fur. I mean, everything is right from the movie. It really looks like Del Toro. I think my only complaint is that the legs are a little wonky, but he is standing on his own completely. So I do really like that. So we're going to move him over this way. And he is, I think I can take this off. I'm going to see if I can. There goes the ball thing. Yeah, okay. So this is attached in the back right here. It kind of goes with this sleeve, so it seems a little odd. But look, they even put all this great detail, like scaling almost, into the cloak, into the fur coat, whatever this is. But it's not something that I think you would ever really take off because it adds such a great dimension to the figure as well as the character. No weapons here or anything. Just we have the infinity ball holder. So let's change out the head because the head is definitely a different piece. So we do have this with a set of glasses, which I'm kind of liking this head better. Okay, so Rick says that the plastic bands are to keep the figures in the package. I agree with that. It's probably why they were there. This head seems a lot sturdier. I do like this one a little bit better. As in facial tics goes and stuff. I think we get a little odder character to it. And I like that the Collector would have glasses that he could analyze his purchases and the things that he acquires. So the shoes are great. So there we go. Yeah, let me bring it in here. do a zoom in on the faces. So there we have the two different faces. The hair is fantastic. Marvel and Hasbro have really been upping their game with the facial sculpting. We're getting that photo-real look. I mean, this really does look like Benicio del Toro. And if you would have released this when the Guardians of the Galaxy originally came out, he wouldn't have looked this good. Plus, the hair and just like the details, everything. From the first time I saw the new Scarlet Witch that's in the Magneto 3-pack, I went, we've hit a new level of craziness in hair. So it's really, really nice. So I think I'm going to keep that head on him. I really like that one the best. But as far as like crazy figures for the background, these guys are both a lot of fun. Different. This is more figures for the collector who loves to have the oddball guys in the background. And yes, Rick, I do agree. The paint looks very nice. I don't see any blemishes that would say, oh, this red shouldn't be here, like it doesn't belong on the arm. So let's compare Benicio's collector here to the Hulk. As you can see, both about the same height. And then we do have Spider-Man here on the side to kind of show off a difference of sizes. So I'm going to wrap it up here, junkies. Again, this 2-pack is at booth 3329 at the San Diego Comic-Con. It is $49.99, and it will be available at different conventions across the globe for the next couple of weeks. And then it will be on HasbroPulse.com in September. September 10th seems to be the day that everybody is mentioning. But I'm thrilled that we opened it. We actually gave you a better sense of what we're getting here with these figures. I think they're awesome, especially since Goldblum has had such a great resurgence lately. It's fun to have that kind of figure. I think posability-wise, I think they're really, really good. They're not action figures, as in these characters deal with a lot of action, but they're the kind of figures that, like a friend of mine, Skeleton Astronaut, that he puts into a great pose in his photography, and that's the kind of craziness that you want. You want these oddball characters to help populate your world, and who better than these two great actors in two very odd superhero movie roles. So, again, these are from Hasbro. Thank you for sending them to us, Hasbro. We greatly appreciate it. We're glad we did open them up, and everybody enjoy all the Comic-Con news that's going to be coming out this week. Enjoy, junkies. Have a good day.